Okay, so I accidentally paused the video while removing the stopper. It's actually... Okay, so now water's trickling out there. I'm gonna go and get a pipe and connect these two so that the water purified from the membrane can reach the lower reservoir. While I do that, you guys are gonna be right here. Watch the sky, or whatever. I can still talk because I have this new microphone, so you can probably hear me. It's just great. It's just great. If you hear the printing noises, that's because I have a membrane housing. I've queued a print for the housing part of the membrane. So just because you have a membrane doesn't mean anything, right? That's mainly because a membrane is a sheet of glass or a sheet of ceramic. And the problem with ceramic, it's all great, but it tends to break when you drop it, right? Or hit it or bump into anything. So to prevent that, okay, so this is the, so to prevent that, we've created a housing for the membrane so that none of those problems happen. So this is the silicone tubing that we have. I'm just going to have to measure with the neck how far or how long you need this thing to be. I'm guessing about, yeah, that long should be about fine. Right? Yeah, that should be about good. Okay, so I'm going to cut it now. And then we'll attach it. Okie dokie. Perfect. Another thing when you're cutting these silicone tubes is silicone tubing is not exactly the most durable or flexible either, actually. So you have to be careful to not damage the shape of it, because it has to be in this round shape for it to work. But you also want it to cut properly, right? So there's a fine balance between those two. Okay, now we've connected it there. So the water from the membrane filter is going to go into the reservoir here. Going to get filtered by the activated carbon filter, and then end up on this bottom reservoir. You know, come to think of it, I think I do have to clean the bottom reservoir again, because it's not exactly the cleanest. But I think I can do that again once there's way less water in here, because I would absolutely hate to lift this back up again, because this is really, really kind of heavy. But yeah, so once this fills to a certain point, water is going to trickle out from there, and then yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm trying to test this with either Coca-Cola or milk, because the thing is with milk, most of it is just calcium and carbonate and some other organic components. So most of the milk is going to be left behind on this membrane filter, first stage of the membrane filter, because those are all bigger than 100. Those are all bigger than 0.1 micrometers. And then the rest are going to make it down to the activated carbon filter, which is better for filtrating all the colors, right? So I'm going to mix cola with milk, and I'm going to put it in here. So that's going to smell horrible if this goes wrong, right? But fingers crossed, man, fingers crossed. And then once those work, I think I can head down to about there, and then we'll see if it actually works. I mean, I actually have a lot of faith in this thing to work. Now, the problem that we find here now is, you see this, how it's filling, right? How that's filled. So that can mean one of two things. One is this reservoir is already full. That's a problem, right? 2, actually, I think it just means this reservoir is full. But actually, let me remove this pipe, because it just might be that water is slowing down. Wait, let me check that. Just a second. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Okay, so if you don't know what happened, I accidentally immersed this entire connection module, my connection module, into the water. So I'm hoping it's okay. I mean, it lights up, so I guess it's fine. But oh my God, that is such a dumb mistake. Okay, so we're gonna sit there. Get out of here. So if I pop this out, yeah, I mean, it's not full yet, right? It's actually a lot of space in there, so I don't expect it to be full. And by the way, how do I know if it's not full? If I open this and water comes out from this fitting, then it's full. If it doesn't, it ain't full. And also, we actually have to think of a solution to when this thing is actually full to the absolute brim, because the water has nowhere to go, so it's going to start trickling out of any of the... So it's going to start trickling out from the lid. And I'm actually worried that water might trickle like on the lid, trickle down here, and then into this chasm. And that is not good, because this chasm inside here is going to be clean water. And if the first stage filtrated water go through, trickle down here and into this chasm, it's going to reach the clean water reservoir, which means that the clean water reservoir isn't going to be so clean after all, right? Simple solution, just drill a hole here. But then again, that does not prevent the problem, because water is going to trickle out from the hole down like this. So better solution would actually just be drill the hole, use a hole cutter and drill a hole the size of this, one of these things, and then make a exit pipe so that it can't reach the brim. It can't be filled to the brim. I think that's what I'm going to be doing. I think that's what I'm going to do. But since no water seems to be coming out of here, I think we're pretty... Yeah, okay. Wait, is that? I don't think it's water coming out. Also, I actually want to see how fast this filter is. But that's really difficult when there's when I can't see the insides. Actually, come to think of it, I should have just taken apart the membrane, and then I should have checked after that. So that is exactly what I'm going to do now. I'm going to let the membrane filter put its water elsewhere, and then once this thing empties out a little bit, so by a little bit I mean enough for me to lift up, I'm going to remove it, put it on the floor, and then check how fast the AC filter can filtrate, because I also need to test the speed of the AC filter. It doesn't look like it's going to rain soon, but if it does, no problem. Everything here is pretty darn watertight, except for that little chasm, which I can just duct tape that, so no problem. Anyway, alright, so that has been Project Log 14-2. Bye-bye.